Good morning, gang. Happy Wednesday morning. Okay, hope you all had a good rest getting over the holiday. God knows I got some sleep yesterday. Needed it because after being up for 19 hours on 4th of July, I was exhausted. But something we briefly touched on last night in a live stream, and I wanted to go into a little bit more depth on it because you need to pay attention to this stuff. I know everybody, not everybody, there's people that complain, oh, this is a current events channel, oh, this is a politics channel. Whatever. No, this is a get yourself ready prepping channel, and prepping is a lot more than beans, rice, bullets, and band-aids. Okay, it's also knowledge. Knowledge is the most important prep you can have. Now, I've said basically since the advent of this channel, watch what's going on overseas and you'll see what's going to happen here. And pretty much that's exactly what's happened, right? Okay. The people of the world are getting pissed off. There's no other way to put it, about what's going on. We're seeing shootings in the United States. My guess is because people are stressed out, pissed off, don't know where they can get food, get housing. They're looking at their kids hungry, bills stacking up because everything's going to crap. But of course, the food issue is the number one issue for everybody because even if you've got a stable place to live, you still got to eat. Now, you look at places like Sri Lanka or South Africa or the Middle East or stuff where food is, they're having problems with it. Sure, everybody goes, oh, okay, those are, you know, I don't want to say third world countries, but for the most part, yeah, okay. Well, the food problem is moving right along into the first world. And I know there's a lot of you that will debate whether or not the United States is a first world country or a third world country at this point with the moron we have running the show. But if you noticed what's going on in Europe, and again, pay attention to Europe because that all eventually comes here. The EU is led by a bunch of wannabe Marxists slash socialists. Okay, pick one: Johnson, Macron, Schaff, whatever would be. I mean, they're all just. I mean, Hungary is about the last bastion. Well, maybe more of the Eastern European countries. Hungary, Poland, the Czech Republic. Those are the more democratic, where the Western countries are the more communist slash socialist. It's hilarious because Europe has done a complete flip from the Cold War. But you're having starvation come on. And why? We're hearing from the World Food Bank about more and more people are going to be hungry. One out of every two Germans is worried about freezing to death this winter. You know, well, let's take a look at what's going on in the Netherlands. The government has ordered farmers to cut nitrogen emissions by 50 to 95%. And I've said this many times. We have people around the world, okay, in politics who have zero idea how the world works, okay? You know, I look at the US Constitution, for the people, by the people, of the people, right? Nowhere did I ever see it say for the lawyers, by the lawyers, of the lawyers. Because, we all pretty much know lawyers are the most clueless dirtbags, most of them, in the world, okay? They'll sell their soul for $1. I'll defend this murderer, no big deal. I know beyond any doubt that he's guilty, but I'll get him off on a technicality so he can go out and kill more people. No problem. The old joke, the only good place for a lawyer or something, I forget how the joke goes, but the bottom of the sea, That's a good place for a lawyer, yes. Lawyers don't know anything about growing food. I mean, John Kerry, Al Gore, climate change, we've got to get rid of carbon dioxide. Okay, what is carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide is what your plants breathe, all right? You know, so if you put that into the equivalent for a human being, the plants can all say, let's get rid of all the oxygen. We'll get rid of all the people. Yeah, same concept, same idea. Well, the Dutch government wants to get rid of all the nitrogen emissions. Well, that would be getting rid of all the food for the plants. So let's suffocate the plants, let's starve the plants, and see how that does. Oh, that'll solve the problems for the people. Right, if there's no plant life, guys, there's no life, period. And that means you and me. Okay. So the farmers, the intelligent people, the ones who actually keep the world alive, okay, by feeding us, have got to the point of putting blockades up in front of food distribution centers and stuff like that. So screw it. Then we're going to make sure there's no food getting through, and let's see how, who the public yells at, the farmers or the politicians, because the people agree with the farmers, all right? They understand this is stupid. The only ones that don't get it are politicians. So they started out with a blockade of tractors in front of these food distribution centers and everything like that. And the cops, who basically started employing Antifa tactics, decided it was time to start shooting at the farmers. Okay? Yeah. This is the police shooting at the people, their own people, okay, who are doing nothing criminal. Mind you this. So what have the Dutch farmers done to even the score? They purchased a tank.
Whoa. De Abdel Haknouri is dit 3.0.
Are you getting the idea now that people around the world, the people, the public, the Joe averages, the you and me, have had enough of this shit? The Dutch have got to be the most casual, calm, cool, relaxed people in Europe. And they're taking the fight to the government by buying their own tank. Now, chances are you and I can't afford a tank. Certainly not an operable one. I mean, driving, yes. Shooting, not happening. But this is where it's going to come. I'm appalled by the actions of the police here. Now, the goose steppers over there, of course, we got goose steppers over here, too. I'm still one of the people that believe most of the military and most of the police force in the country is going to turn their back on these communists and say, no, we're not doing this. But there are going to be authoritative figures who are going to take it upon themselves to, I'm a police officer, I'm a soldier, I'm a whatever, and I have the right to do this. I'm just following orders. Fuck the orders, okay? Legal orders, those are the only ones you're required to follow. Shooting at American people is not a legal order, by the way. So just remind people that. But get ready for this, because this kind of crap, this is more than a trucker convoy, okay? This is now police shooting at their own people. Yeah. I said it last night. A civil/revolutionary war is coming, It's going to be a guerrilla war, and you don't want any part of it other than sitting in your defensive position, picking off anybody who tries to take you down. You need to be prepped with everything you need: food, water, clothing, ammo, security, medicine, you name it, because you are not going to want to leave home. I'm not trying to scare you guys. I'm just telling you exactly what's going on in the world and where this is all going to lead. Enjoy your Wednesday. Pinball out.